I am the God man, living, learning his plan. This is teaching, never preaching, I'm the future advance. I'm the reason that you're reaching to the knowledge in this season. I'm the universe, lyrically in tune to work. My black magic beat is savage, so this music is my passion. I use a verse to break the spell, but the devil did his work on the small minds while he running his turf. Rap niggas want respect, but these chickens are jerked. Talking spicy, love money, love sex, dummy. Love disrespect instead of building connects. To be the best of ourselves on this planet called hell. I see a lot of Satans having your conversations about your life within the matrix, but you never learn to change it. Practicing your rituals to keep us in your cages, and my people do the same thing to keep us in that placement. Arguments of hatred, it stops with my engagement. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight.
Peace. Welcome to Random Thoughts, where I give you 5 to 10 minutes of a random thought. So here we go. For those sports fans out there, I just want y'all to understand something when it comes to sports, basketball. Y'all got to look at things for the right reasons when you're talking about basketball. All right? When you're talking about basketball and football, y'all, like, I see so many negative comments on certain things. Just let the game play. The problem is that y'all have a feeling on certain things, and that's okay if you're in control of them. But a lot of y'all are grown ass men and women sitting there talking shit and don't know anything about the sport. All right, so you have the Celtics and the Mavs. I'm a Celtics fan. I've been a Celtics fan since I was a kid, and it's not going to change. All right, but you got to look at things realistically, right? Based on what you saw all year is what you should be basing your predictions on. You haven't seen anything that threw the Celtics off from them being the NBA champions. And I think that they will become the NBA champions this year. I think it's their time. It's destiny. You can feel the energy in that. And you can feel the energy here. I'm in Boston. You can feel that energy that is just going to happen, right? But it can be stopped. Can it? Absolutely. It happened to the Patriots in 2007. You know what I'm saying? It's happened to the even with Atlanta when they were supposed to beat the Patriots in 2016, I believe. Right? They had the game. They lost the game. You know what I mean? So here's the thing about the Celtics and the Mavs. The Celtics, the biggest stupid comment that people make is that the Celtics have the easiest path to the playoffs, which means that Dallas is a better team. All right, understand why Dallas seems to be the better team, because the Western Conference for over 20 years has been the more dominant conference. But occasionally you get those Eastern Conference teams that come in and dominate everybody. You haven't seen it since the Pistons and the Celtics in 08 and 9 and 10. The Celtics have been dominant pretty much for 3 years. Then you have Miami, right? But you haven't seen a dominant team that continues to win and win throughout the whole year and the championship since the Chicago Bulls from the East. All right, and that was in the 90s. All right, so though it's anybody's series, it's only game one, the Celtics dominated, right? You got to look at that team and be like, yo, like, they got something with them, man. Like, let's just look at it from the standpoint of regular season. The Celtics won against every team at least once, except for the Denver Nuggets. That's the only team. If you said the Denver Nuggets is going to beat the Celtics, I would believe you, because the Denver Nuggets beat them twice in a 4-game series because of matchups. But it's not always about matchups. It's definitely about, it is about matchups. I'm not going to say that because a lot of basketball players, it's about matchups. Yes, it's about matchups. And I don't think Dallas Mavericks actually match up against the Celtics. I really don't. You know what I mean? Even though you got Luka Doncic, they don't match up. He doesn't match up well on defense against Tatum. Tatum doesn't match up well against him, which means it's not even a mismatch. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? And sometimes Tatum falls asleep, but here's the problem. Who's going to match up with Brown? And then the key factor is Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis wasn't in the playoffs at all until the finals. So now you don't really know how to play them. Plus, he's a dominant center. All right? The Mavericks don't have a dominant center. So unless they have a game plan to stop him, and remember, not Luka, what's the other guy from Denver? Joker, right? He's a dominant center in the league, right? But who beat them? The Mavericks didn't beat them. The Mavericks wouldn't beat Denver. You know what I'm saying? The Timberwolves beat Denver. The Mavericks beat the Timberwolves, right? Who is more likely to be a better matchup for the Celtics? Not the Timberwolves or the Mavericks. It's the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets lost. Timberwolves lose. Now it's the Mavericks. So you say they have a tougher matchup, but most of those teams are used to each other. The Celtics have been running through teams all year. Even when they lost certain games, they've been running through teams all year, including the Mavericks and including the Timberwolves. They've been running through teams, and y'all can't say it. Go back to the tapes. The Celtics have been running through teams. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, you know what I'm saying? And even Derek White. They finally got a team that can actually win a championship, and this is probably their time. But they definitely got to prove it. They got to win 3 more. I think they'll do it. I think they're going to still win in Denver, in Dallas, but I think they're going to lose one in Dallas. So I think that Dallas has to prove that they can win in Boston. You're going to have to, because you only get 3 in your town, and the way they do it now, it's not like back in the day when they did 2, 3, 2. Now it's 2, 2, 1, 1. You know what I'm saying? So which means that you play in Boston twice. You have to win in Boston, Dallas. You have to. You have to win in Boston. If you don't win in Boston, it's going to be quite hard for you to win 2 in Dallas. And I'm saying that because Boston is probably the best team on the road as well. So you're talking about a team that's good on the road, a team that's good at home. As a matter of fact, they win more road games than they do at home. You know what I'm saying? So, you're the hottest team on the road. You only lost 2 games in playoff contention. So that doesn't mean they had the easiest road. That means that they have the best chemistry, and it looks like it's easy. But you don't know, like certain teams that have been number 1 don't always have the run through the playoffs shit. There's very few teams that have done that. And you can't take away from the teams that they beat. All right? The teams that they beat made it to the playoffs for a reason. But guess what? The number 1 teams always play the weaker until they get to the conference finals. Then they play the best of that conference. And then they play the best of the other conference. Right? So, let the game play and see how it plays out. But don't. A lot of people giving Dallas the edge. I don't understand why y'all giving Dallas the edge. A team, the Celtics have been the best team in the league the whole year. Now you can say they had the best, they had the easiest run to the playoffs, but that's not necessarily true because they've been beating everybody every year, so of course it's going to look easy. They beat everybody. All those teams that they beat to get to the finals, they beat already. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? So if, let's say Dallas swept all 3 teams to get to the finals, would you say that they had the easiest run to the playoffs, or would you say they were that good? I would say the Celtics are that good. Right? The Celtics made it to the finals without their star center. Let's just understand that. They made it to the finals without their star center, which is Kristaps Porzingis. Now, they have Kristaps Porzingis because of good coaching, because of good management of their players. Like, well, we can win. Let's get him to the finals. And I think that that's going to be the deciding factor. Is 1, defensively, Boston's a better defensive team, especially on the interior. And 2, right, Boston has a secret weapon, well, not a secret weapon, but they have the weapon in Kristaps Porzingis, who can score down low and who can shoot threes. All right, you got Luka, got Kyrie, but all you got to do is cut Kyrie off on certain things. But Kyrie's a dope fucking player. Don't get me wrong. Kyrie's one of the best to do it. So I'm not going to take away from Kyrie. He used to play here. You know what I'm saying? I know people in Boston hate him, but, you know, you still can't take away from that man's skill. The man is a fucking beast. All right? But, you know, the key factor is Kristaps Porzingis. And if you can't stop him, it's number 18 for Boston. That's just my thought in it. So I'll see you on the next thought. This is Random Thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. All right? Peace.